getting to the next level, whatever that is. Let's go ahead and get started.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Landlord Coach Daily-ish show. Easy for me to say, right? And I hope you all had an awesome weekend. It was a fantastic weekend for us. We had a really good time at our oldest son's birthday party on Saturday. Went bowling and had an awesome time. And my wife soundly kicked the crap out of me for all 3 frames. And I woke up Sunday feeling like I've been beaten with a boat oar. I don't know how in the world you feel that sore from bowling, but whatever. So it was really interesting. But today I want to talk to you about, so not about bowling, although I will tell you I just love bowling. It's a lot of fun. But today I want to talk to you about what got you here won't necessarily get you there. And I was thinking about this in the context of my relationship with Leland, our 15-year-old, well, soon to be 15-year-old, and the way the relationship has evolved. And I think I've got a good relationship with both our sons, but they're different. They're different relationships, right? And I was thinking about this. I was reading one of my favorite books. It was a book of, it's called No Excuses by Brian Tracy. I took the book out. If you've not read this book, it's a fantastic book about just kind of getting through the clutter and all the stuff that, and if you see, like, I've tabbed, like, there's lots of different tabs on there. So I've tabbed the crap out of this book. Really good book though. And I was thinking about how my relationship with our sons has evolved through the years, and now that he's getting ready to turn 15, it's different, right? And I was thinking about the things and the tools that I brought to the table when he was 5, when I first met him, to now when he's turning 15. The same tools. I need to have different tools in my toolbox, right? Because the tools that got me to the relationship when he was younger aren't the same tools that are going to get me to the next step in our relationship down the road. I can't treat him like a 5-year-old. I couldn't treat him like an 8-year-old or a 9-year-old or an 11-year-old. I have to start treating him, as he matures and as he grows. What the tools that got me here aren't going to be the tools that get me to the next level. Certainly not with him. So I was thinking about that, and one of my goals, I wrote a goal down last week, was part of one of my top 10 goals, to have a closer relationship with our sons. And I'm actively working on that. I have to realize that the way that I would show up for them when they were younger has to be different. I would, it was almost like and I hate to say it this way, but maybe you parents can understand, it was almost like a burden for me to have to stop what I was doing to spend time with them. And I hate saying it that way, but I often looked at it as a hassle, where I would spend time in reverse. Like, I would do all the work I could and then try to fit in my time with them, when it really should be the other way around. Like, it really should be, I want to spend the time with them I want to spend, be completely, totally present with them, not worried about the stuff that I should be doing at work or, wherever else it is. But I owed it to them to be completely and totally present with them. And that's what I think really where the sea change has happened for me, especially in my businesses, is that I can be completely and totally present with them when I'm there. Now, again, we mess around on Facebook or whatever, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, feeling guilty that I'm taking time off when I'm not working, and thinking about work when I'm not at work. And then when I'm at work, I'm thinking about all the time I should be spending with them, right? So my I wouldn't say close friend, but a friend of mine, named Ivan Meisner, who, those of you who are in the BNI community, he's the founder of BNI. And one of the things that he has always said, and he actually endorsed the Time Wealthy Investor 2.0, actually helped me get published for the first time. Really strong influence in my life. One of the things that he's always said is, be here now. Be here now. Wherever you're at, be here now. Meaning if you're at work and you're not feeling guilty about what you're not getting, the time you're not spending with your children or your family or whatever. Or if you are with your family, you are with them. You're completely and totally mentally present with them and not worried about the stuff that you're not doing at work or not getting done elsewhere else. So I just thought that's such incredibly good advice, because we spend so much time trying to multitask and trying to get so much done and fitting a work fidget into every portion of the day that we end up completely and totally exhausted and feeling like we've done all day long is just running wet oatmeal. So, as we look at the context, now that I feel like I am better at that. I've still got a ways to go, but I feel like I am much better with that, where I can be completely and totally present with someone, not looking off in a different direction, but completely focusing on them 100%. Then I can feel like I'm giving them all my due attention and I'm not being distracted or being or limiting my bandwidth with them. So, and I think, and if people if they're worthy of my time, they're worthy of my time. I'm not gonna to diminish that by being distracted elsewhere. So, you have to think about it from the aspect of, let's just say you put this in the context of your business. What got you here won't get you there. What got you here at your current level isn't going to get you to the next level. And I did not figure this out right away. As I was looking at, my business where I built up 92 rental units by myself, I got there with a lot of hustle and doing a lot of the work myself, a lot of maintenance, a lot of showings, a lot of, doing all these different things and figuring that if I did it myself, I could learn how to do that and make sure I knew that the job was being done well. The problem was that what I didn't recognize is that I had created all these little jobs for myself that, quite frankly, no one in the world would have been able to keep up with, just because there were so many of them, right? So if you're an individual property owner that's looking to do, landlording on the side, or maybe want to take it full time, you have to recognize that, yeah, you can do some of that stuff up front in the beginning, and probably you should do some of that stuff. So you can recognize that is not the highest and best use of your time. Doing the cleanings, doing the showings, doing all the maintenance, doing all the doing, right? Whatever that is, that your time is best spent doing what is most beneficial for you and where your unique genius zone is. What is the highest and best use of your time? That took me a really long time to figure that out. Just because I could do something did not mean that it was the highest and best use of my time. Okay, I'm going to say that again just for emphasis, just in case for those of you who are just joining me. Just because I could do something did not mean it was the highest and best use of my time. So, again, the theme here being, what got you here won't get you there. What got you to where you currently are isn't the skill set that's going to get you to the next level. Recently, one of my very, close friends and managers of one of my businesses, she was assistant general manager. She left and went to another opportunity. And she's like, I really feel torn. I don't really know that I want to leave. And I was like, man, if you don't leave, I'm going to fire you, because this job is a fantastic job and fantastic next step for her. So that put me out of my comfort zone, where I had to figure out, where am I going to take this, to the next level. So it's really interesting that, as I'm looking at what the next level is going to look like, what this next stage is going to look like, I have to look at the tools that got me to where I'm at. I have to change my tools. I have to change the people. I have to change my strategy. I'm going to have to change the relationships that I have, the outlook on life. My vision perhaps may change. My goals may change. You know what else is going to have to change? My knowledge. The knowledge base that I currently have right now, I have to look at everything, completely tear it down, rebuild it. What am I going to put back in its place? So I really think that as I'm looking at all of these different things, that I'm really going to have to be very intentional about about what I'm going to be putting in its place to get me to the next level. So again, remember, what got you here isn't what's going to get you there. All right, your most favorite time in mind, the most ridiculous thing on the internet.
So ridiculous.
Yes, so ridiculous. So we scoured the internet for the most ridiculous thing we could find, and it took us a grand total of about 18 seconds. Thank you to my assistant, Kiera. Here we go, the most ridiculous thing on the web. That's someone who has a lot of freaking time on his hands. So, yeah. All right. That's all I've got for today. I'm going to sign off with a thought of the day. This is one of my favorite books. Well, he's written several books, but by Napoleon Hill, one of the more deeper thoughts is persistence is to the character of man as carbon is to steel. So for those of you who are following the theme today, what got you here won't get you there. But once you figure out where you want to go and how you're going to change things up, stay persistent. Make sure you're staying up with that. All right, that's all I have for today. Please make sure that you're placing a value on your free time, because if you don't, someone else will. Most important, there is no amount of money that will make time irrelevant. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Take good care.